This next match is your main event of the evening, and it is for the Warriors of Wrestling No Limits title. Introducing to you first. The Notorious 187 Homicide! And his opponent, number name, Chris Banks. Ontario, Canada, weighs in at 211 pounds. He is your current reigning and defending Warriors of Wrestling No Limits champion, Mr. No Limits Chris Banks. Remember the name, Chris Banks.
Ladies and gentlemen, your main event, Chavo Guerrero Jr. Appendicitis.
There you go.
You really think that I thought that was Chavo Guerrero? Really? Really, thank you. Chavo Guerrero Jr. down with appendicitis, and who steps up? The Notorious 187 Homicide. Former Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion, former TNA X Division Champion, former TNA Tag Team Champion. Yes, thank you very much. Exactly. And the list goes on and on. Two-time NWA Tag Team Champion. And the man, the list goes on and on. People he's trained. Low key. Ezekiel Jackson, the Greek God, Papa Don, Monster Mac, and one half. Former Tag Team Champions Jersey All-Pro, Dan Moff. But let's talk about Chris Banks. Let's talk about the current No Limits champion.
Three-time
No Limits champion.
Absolutely.
Has defeated 12 opponents in the last 4 months. These multi-man matches, adding up 9 opponents in the last just 2 months. Or is it 8, correct?
Something along those lines.
8, my goodness.
And all these matches, man, they take a toll on you.
Just like I said about Chris Steeler. And I say, how long did he stay champion? He's held that belt since December. Not as long as Steeler, but third time's a charm, his third reign. But Homicide, a violent man, very much known for his feuds, violent feuds, blood feuds, with the likes of the king of old school Steve Corino, like Colt Cabana, like a little guy, you might know him, his name was Bryan Danielson, you might know him as Daniel Bryan. He defeated Daniel Bryan to win the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship back in 2006, and he's going to be looking to win championship gold here again tonight at Warriors of Wrestling.
Yeah, man, Homicide is pretty legit. This guy's not afraid to brawl, he's not afraid to wrestle, and hell, even when the time calls, he's not afraid to put on a dog collar and take it to whoever he's wrestling. And this is a No Limits match.
X-nay on the dog collar A. Well, that's a sensitive subject with 2 people at this table. Moving on, Homicide looking for a chin lock. Could be looking for perhaps a choke. I don't see Levin trying to break it up. Must be a legal point from this position. How dare you bring that up? How dare you bring that up, Palomino? That's elsewhere. That's not here. This is Warriors of Wrestling.
Here we go, Chris Banks.
I know you're shaking up. I understand.
Absolutely.
Bad memories, bad times. STF.
Oh, I was like going for that STF. I'll tell you that move. It was nothing to laugh at.
No.
Especially applied by a man like Homicide.
Especially if he had a chain around his neck. Anyway, Homicide now. Like I said, don't let the brawling, don't let the fork deal, don't let that fool you. This man can wrestle.
Yeah.
Again, Chris Banks feeling the effects perhaps of that STF.
Keep in mind that wrestling, that chain wrestling, that submission, only one arrow in the quiver of Homicide.
Quiver. A gorgeous word, Bobby Phobia.
You know, I pride myself on my word choice.
Of course. I'm a wordsmith, if you will.
Banks now hits the ropes and gets caught big time.
Chris Banks. And then he's cut. The Homicide dive! Homicide dive!
Atomico into a flipping senton.
No, you stupid idiot. That's the Homicide dive. That's the suicide.
That's what the Homicide dive is.
No.
Yes. All right, gentlemen, that's enough. What we've got is Homicide diving on the No Limits champion, Chris Banks. And if Chris Banks is going to make it out of this match tonight, he's going to earn that No Limits title, that Mr. No Limits title.
A gorgeous senton there. My Homicide. Banks up and over. Gets him an elbow. Chris Banks now. Light on his feet. The man. Light on his feet. Two. I thought that was going to be a quick night for Chris Banks. My goodness.
You know, some of these wrestlers, some of these big names that come around might come in. They'll say brother about a dozen times, and they won't put their heart into this match. But you see, a man like Homicide walks into Warriors of Wrestling once more and wants that No Limits title.
Absolutely. Capture suplex.
Nice!
Lands it. Wow, beautiful. Did a capture suplex by Homicide.
Like that's what you gotta say, man. Looks may
Tell me more. Tell me more, Palomino.
Looks may be deceiving, but Homicide can wrestle with the best of them, as you mentioned. And Homicide right now, and I think another factor here is the fact that Chris Banks was getting prepared to wrestle Chavo Guerrero. What's that do to the psyche of someone when they're getting ready to wrestle someone completely different? You know.
Let me ask you a better question. What does a guardrail do to the back of Chris Banks when Homicide throws him directly into it, not once but twice?
And I don't think it has the same thing. I don't think it's the same feeling of getting hit with a steel chair, though.
I'll tell you what.
Chair, plastic chair, folding chair, whatever chair. Ah! And it's broken down. Chris Levin is beside himself. You can't disqualify it. This is the No Limits Championship.
It looks like Homicide just got Chris Banks a necklace made out of a chair.
Oh, you are just clever. Oh. My goodness. On a night where we have seen John Cannon reveal himself to be the leader of the disciples of priests, on a night.
Here comes another chair for Homicide, puts it in the ring.
On a night where we've seen Rude Boy Riley and Mike Verna go toe-to-toe and drag out beatdown. On our way to a six-man tag next month. My goodness. What else are we going to see here tonight? It is not over yet. Homicide. Oh, he's got that chair. Chris Levin, get out of the way.
Wedging that chair in the corner.
Now that's a steel chair.
Chris Banks' face is about to get rearranged.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that was the most sickening sound I've ever heard. Just a chair hitting the ground. I can only imagine what it felt like on his face.
I'll tell you what, sir. As someone who, pardon me, I'm getting choked up. As someone who's been in the ring with Homicide in the past, this is no picnic.
I certainly agree.
Like you said, you know, when you're going in there and you're supposed to wrestle a guy like Chavo Guerrero, you're getting ready. You don't expect Chavo to use weapons.
Absolutely, a more technically sound wrestler.
And yeah, and while Homicide may be technically proficient in the ring, I think he'd rather use a couple of chairs, a couple of chops, and a couple of shots.
It is his bread and butter, absolutely, Palomino.
I'll tell you what, You don't earn a name like the Notorious 187 Homicide by being a nice guy. And also, you don't earn a nickname like Mr. No Limits without being able to take it past that limit as well.
Here we go.
Right here. Oh!
The Roman clothesline, shades of Conan, who at one point in time managed Homicide.
Absolutely, as a part of the Latin American exchange. Hot stuff Hernandez.
Here we
He's
go.
up. Oh!
That's it. It's over.
He's got him! My goodness! Chris Levin, just to make that count of 3.
Homicide in his hometown, in his home country in comparison to Chris Banks. Not going to give up so easily.
From Ontario, Canada.
He might not be in his home country of Canada, the greatest country in the world.
Here we go, Winnipeg over here.
But he is in his home promotion here at Warriors of Wrestling, and the fan support is showing.
Back and forth contest. Always giving the fans their money's worth here. Warriors! Beautiful tornado DDT.
That's it. It's over. New No Limits champion.
1, 2.
This is going to be... Oh! Only a 2!
Only 2.
Oh, the crowd very unhappy with Chris Levin's calls.
Chris Levin, man, you got to give it to him. Senior referee Chris Levin has been here for the entire show, has left each and every match up and down the card.
Absolutely, and Mazel Tov on his bar mitzvah as well.
Face wash! Oh, good night.
Someone call Chris Banks' emergency contact.
Oh! Kicks out.
I believe he said 1, 2, 3. If my Spanish serves me correct.
Thank you, I was unsure.
I was unsure as I was checking. Homicide now trying to figure out what he's going to have to do. He says, I'm going to show you my tornado DDT.
I think he just hit him with one. He looks like he's going to hit another.
Maybe going for 2.
2 times the charm.
It's on the brakes. Catches him. He's got him.
Is this the bankroll? Yes!
Bankroll! Tremendous.
That's got to be it. Cover him. Cover him.
Is it? Very sloppy cover. He's tired. He's hurt. Chris Banks is hurt.
What do you think it was? Did he have to hook the leg more? Should he put more of his weight on?
I was like, more of the weight. He barely covered him, but I understand Homicide's putting the pressure on him. And I'm going to tell you what. We could be a cop killer away from a new champion.
Cop killer, cop cutter.
Hey, he's caught down. That's it. I spoke too soon. It's our new champion. 2, 4. My goodness. Chris Banks has shown up this evening.
And the fans are really vocal.
A bunch of potty mouths in Staten Island tonight.
Oh, that's
I don't
fantastic move.
Homicide arguing with Chris Levin. Should be paying attention to the other Chris in the ring.
What's this?
Oh, here we go.
Look at this big brainbuster.
Chavo was supposed to do this tonight, and he just said, Eddie, this is
he calling for it? He's calling for those 3 amigos.
But Banks reverses it here, and he's continuing to put the weight down. Oh, wait a minute. No, wait.
Small package. He's got it.
Could you imagine a No Limits title match with a small package?
Well, here we go. Here we go.
2. Dos.
Appendicitis or not, we're gonna see 3 amigos.
Now he's got to go to the top.
The late, great Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, yeah.
His name being chanted here this evening.
Viva la raza.
Here we go.
That's actually the name of tonight's event.
Looks like Homicide might go up to the top. We've seen Homicide with that headbutt from the top, that top rope headbutt. Will we see it on Chris Banks today?
There it is. Oh, the headbutt misses. Banks wise enough to roll out. And wait a minute.
Oh my goodness.
Nice counter. Oh!
And Ziggy!
And Zaguri connects, and this could be it if he hits it. Sets him up another
bankroll. Got 2 of them. Get up, kick out of 2 of them. 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Banks has defended his Warriors of Wrestling No Limits Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, This is the type of action that only Warriors of Wrestling can provide. Chris Banks defends his Warriors of Wrestling No Limits Championship.
What a night, top shelf Troy Nelson. What a night. We have seen Chris Banks victorious. We have seen the higher power reveal himself. We've seen Chris Steeler defend his title successfully over Chris Masters. And we've also seen a setup for a 3-on-3 match with Jay George, Mike Vernon, and Chachi versus Rude Boy Riley, the American Nightmare Logan Black, and one other man. We've also seen Harley and Fala defend their titles against two teams. What a night of wrestling here at Warriors of Wrestling Full Throttle at the Fun Station here in Staten Island.